Well, AJ, I mean, I got my thoughts, and I know you've got yours, but I think the perspective that I see is I really think it is starting to improve our internal communication. Not that it was bad, but with everybody speaking in a common language, I see the interaction amongst the people in the office and soon to be someday in the field. I just see more open communication.
Yeah, and I will take that a step further, because we were an organization that it beat with your heart. And what I say by that is, like, your risk, your experience, your decades upon decades of working in the business, not just above, but actually in the business, because we were a small guerrilla warfare unit. And so a lot funneled back to you, and like, Dan's the ultimate decision maker. And then all of a sudden we start entering this transition period of life and transition period for the company. And now all of a sudden, where we spread that out and we just, from an operational aspect, everybody, okay, let's define what you're accountable for, and then let's just collaborate. And it just takes coming in at my position where those shoes that are being laid in front of me of, hey, Dan's figuring out what the next chapter is, I was not going to step into those the same way or as well as you have filled them. And so now to have a company communicating around me, and we're in the process of learning that and getting better year by year, that's how it's changed the game.
I think one of the improvements we've seen is, EOS is right person, right seat. And I feel like the team that AJ has put together, that you've put together, has a lot of right people in the right seats.
And I think even further than that, what helps identify those people is all of a sudden your culture bubbles forward to the surface. And it's, culture is built, in my eyes, two primary ways: a common language and a common experience. And we've implemented a system that gives us a language. Even when we could feel it earlier, we couldn't communicate it. And then we start taking the tools like right people, right seat, and overlay that with culture. It very quickly identifies who's right for us, because we're not right for everybody that we meet. So that's just to build on what you were saying. I think we're highlighting the same thing, just to take it one step further.
Well, we've moved into a new mode of operation, because I've moved from president to CEO, and AJ's been moved into president. And early on in EOS, AJ was the integrator, which is basically the COO, and I was the visionary, which is the president. We've moved this situation now where AJ's now the president visionary, and I'm in the owner's box. And so we are in the process of moving towards that structure, which basically means that AJ and the company's integrator, Jarad Roberts, are actually going to be running the company, and I only get involved in big picture things.
And I think from a cultural side aspect, you still need decision makers. You still need people that ultimately, when there's a stalemate or there's just something that's tough, the leader steps forward, the decision maker steps forward. But it has, once people have grasped the concept, it's brought so many opinions forward that aren't just AJ or aren't just Dan. And that, in a constructive, organized way, those additional voices makes us better.